So as I was scouring the internet for a video idea, I ended up stumbling into two beautiful gyms. The gyms are so beautiful, I hate to say they're bootlegs. Ha! You get it? Because the title in the video talks about bootlegs. I want to kill myself too. Anyways, bad jokes aside, China, or as I like to call them, the kings of bootleggery, are back at it again with the white vans, the bootlegs. So for the first bootleg, I'd like to present a little game called Legend of Titan. Legend of Titan is an iOS and web browser game that is basically Overwatch. There's little to differentiate the two, except for some character setting art changes. Just art. But for the most part, the game looks exactly like Overwatch, just on a different engine. The developer says the footage released, which, might I add, was not his intention, was just a tech demo used for educational purposes on how you can make a AAA game like Overwatch into a browser or iOS game. It was to show how far web and phone technology has come in the past years. Personally, I'm confused who made Legend of Titan. Some people say the developer kept his name a secret, while other sources say a company called Shin Vulcan Network Technology Company made it. The reason I don't think it was Vulcan Network, because nowhere do they mention or take rights to the game. But of course, I can always be proven wrong, and they could be trying to stay low-key. There are also reports of the game already being 50% done, and I believe about 2 to 3 million will be spent on development of the game, and by release, it should look nothing like Overwatch. The game will function on a free-to-play model, and will most likely have an in-game store. As for the characters in this quote-unquote game, there's a Reaper, who looks like he had to go to work in the morning, then right after he had to start sailing the 7 seas on a quest to find Candy Island. Next is Reinhardt, and this character has probably changed the most in terms of art design. He looks like a fantasy-type minotaur who stole his shoes from an elf. Then there's edgy teen copy of Tracer, where they just took her machine bits and moved them up. That's it. And now she chews bubblegum. Then there's a guy version of Pharah, because that makes it their own original character and totally not a copy. There's a Widowmaker. The only difference I could find was the tattoo on her arm. Both Widows have tattoos on their arms, but they're different in both games. Then there's the most original character in the entire trailer.
Who's that Pokemon?
Who am I kidding? They copied everything in this tech demo. The last character is Bastion. They just took the sprite right out of Overwatch and pasted it into their game. So in conclusion, what have we learned? Absolutely nothing. Legend of Titan is still shit, and I still have no idea who made this stupid game. Also, the reason I've shown absolutely no footage of the game is because allegedly, Activision already made a claim on a video comparing both Overwatch and Underwatch. But I have no evidence of this claim since I've never seen the video because it was blocked. So to avoid any legal trouble, I'd rather not have any footage of the game on my channel. But if you'd still like to see the trailer for the game, there's a link in the description below. As for any other legal movements toward the Legend of Titan game, I have heard nothing or seen anything. From what I can understand, the Chinese Overwatch players are completely ashamed of this video game's creation because of the bad rep it brings to China, even though they had a terrible rep in this sort of thing. In a moment like this, I like to quote Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear. The Chinese are very good at this sort of thing, talking about copyright infringement. Another great quote from him is, the expression copyright infringement doesn't translate terribly well into Mandarin. And on that bombshell, I'd like to end it here. Thanks for watching, see you next time, and good night.
The Dayman.
What the hell is that?
You know what it is, bitch. I was transformed by the strong, musky power of true love.